Hi everyone, my name is Vinay Kumar. Today our topic is Raspberry Pi in IoT. Let's move on with the things. What is Raspberry Pi? Raspberry Pi is the name of the credit card sized computer board developed by the Raspberry Pi Foundation based in the UK. It gets plugged in the TV or monitor and provides a fully functional computer capability. It is aimed at the imparting computer capability, knowledge about computing to even younger students at the cheapest possible price. Although it is aimed at teaching computing to kids, but can be used by everyone willing to learn programming, the basics of the computing, the building different projects by utilizing its versatility. Next, moving on with the Raspberry Pi diagram. This is just a structure of the diagram, what it looks like, and how the ports are. And this is a very normal diagram, like a pencil or a paper diagram. So you can see here, this is a dual USB slot and RJ Ethernet slot and jack, AV jack, that and micro HDMI port and power supply. And this is where SD card, that slot will be there. And you can see some of the cameras and LEDs also there, those lighting things. So this is a normal structure of the Raspberry Pi. I will show you the actual what will be there in the TVs and this setup box and all. Let's moving on with the Raspberry Pi model. There, there have been many generations of the Raspberry Pi from Pi 1 to Pi 4. There is generally a Model A to Model B. Model A is a less expensive variety and it tends to have reduced RAM and dual cores such as USB and Ethernet. And vice versa with the Model B, it's a very expensive thing and it's used for only for the expensive and relative items. Next, moving on with the list of the Raspberry Pi models and release year. So Raspberry Pi, it's Pi 1 Model B is released in 2012. Pi 1 Model A released in 2013, Pi 1 Model B Plus released in 2014, Pi 1 Model A Plus released in 2014, Pi 2 Model B released in 2015, Pi 3 Model B is released in 2016, Pi 3 Model B Plus released in 2018, Pi 3 Model B Plus, A Plus released in 2019, Pi 4 Model A released in 2019, and Pi Model B is released in 2020. Pi 400 released in 2021. Currently, we are using Pi 4 model, whatever we are using. Next, spec of the computer. So this is what I was saying. This is a Raspberry Pi. So you can see a Raspberry Pi model here. This is how it looks in the actual Raspberry Pi. This you can see in TV if you have broken, or a set-top box if you have broken. The computer has a quad-core ARM processor that doesn't support the same instruction as an x86 desktop PCU. It has a 1 GB of RAM, one HDMI port, 4 USB ports, one Ethernet connection, micro SD slot for storage, one combined 3.5 audio and video port, and Bluetooth connection. It has got a series of inputs and outputs pins that are used for making projects like home security cameras and encrypted door locks. So these you can relatable, no? Well, let's moving on with the versatility of the Raspberry Pi. It is indeed a versatile computer and can be utilized by people from all age groups. It can be used for watching videos on YouTube, watching movies, and programming in languages like Python, Scratch, and many more. As mentioned above, it has a series of input and output pins that gives this board the ability to interact with its environment, and hence can be utilized to build really cool and interactive projects. So moving on with the, that's all. So thank you.